You want to be able to let your teacher know what it is that you're feeling inside, but you don't even know how to start the conversation. I've got you. Hi, I'm Mallory Grimste. I am a teen therapist, and I'm here to help you improve your mental health. If that is something that you're into, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification. That way you are notified every single time I post a new video. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question that I get a lot from you guys, which is how do you talk to your school and your teachers about the anxiety you're feeling? Your education is important, but so is your mental health, and I don't think that you should have to choose between them. If you agree, hit that like button. If you disagree, let us know why in the comments below. So I want to start off by reminding you that your teachers actually do want you to succeed. I know we all have those experiences of those teachers who come off strong and say,
I am not one of those teachers that gives everyone an A. You have to earn an A. And
they're really strict and they're really scary and they're really hard at the beginning. And some of them stay that way. But a lot of them are softies. A lot of teachers get into education because they have found learning such a valuable part of their own life experience that they want to give that gift to future students as well. Plus, the way our educational system works here in the United States is your success as a student reflects on their success as a teacher. So they're doubly motivated to help you succeed. So keep that in mind when you're feeling worried or afraid. They want you to do well, and you don't have to tell them everything. In fact, I would advise against sharing too much about your mental health struggles with your teachers. So your teachers are there to help educate you. They're not there to be your therapist. They do so many things already for you, and they might not be the best equipped person to go too deep into your emotional experience. Sometimes it can be great supports, but it's not a guarantee. So keep it on a need-to-know basis. And I would talk about it in terms of how your symptoms are being impacted or affect your ability to learn and access education. So for example, if your anxiety or stress or depression is so extreme that it's impacting your ability to sleep at night, that's probably going to affect your concentration in school and when you're doing your schoolwork. If you can let your teacher know ahead of time or while it's happening, before the paper is due or overdue, or before the assignment is past completion, you let them know that this is something that you're working with your medical providers on. They may be a little more understanding about why you might need an extra day or two to get an assignment in. In the United States, we have the Fair Access to Public Education Act, also called FAPE. And what FAPE does is it offers legal protections to make sure that no child who is being impacted by a health condition lets that affect their access to learning. If you're concerned that the impact of your mental health condition is not taken seriously by your school or public education system, you can have your parents request a meeting in writing to have them evaluate what modifications your teachers legally should be implementing to modify your work. Now, the goal here is not to eliminate education, it's to make it easier for you to adapt learning to your experience. When you do talk to your teacher, let them know what's not working. And please don't make this a you conversation. Talk about it from an I perspective. It's probably not helpful to use this conversation as a platform to tell the teacher why they're bad at teaching. I don't know about you, I don't like to be told when I'm bad at something. When you start the conversation like that, you're really putting all the ownership on the teacher, and while that may be true, it's probably not going to help your case. When people feel attacked, they start to get defensive and then they don't want to help you. They want to protect themselves. So if you're wanting your teacher's help, probably don't mention that you think they suck as a teacher. Instead, talk about your own experience from an I perspective. So you can do this by saying, it feels really difficult to read this many chapters in one night when I'm having difficulty concentrating right now. And see what suggestions the teacher has. And be willing to stay open and curious to what your teacher has to say. They may suggest things that you already have tried or are trying. That doesn't mean that they're not a good suggestion. And they may suggest something that you might not have even thought of. Most teachers know what they're doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be teaching. Be prepared to ask for what you need. If you don't ask for it, the answer will always be no. If you ask for it, it may still be no, but it might be a yes. You don't know until you try. Whatever you do, make sure that you keep talking with them about it. These are rarely one and done conversations because circumstances change over time, as will your experience and theirs. We're always growing and learning and changing. So the more that you talk about it, the less effort you have to put into each subsequent conversation because you'll already have this kind of shared base knowledge to start with. And if you're struggling with knowing how to talk about your feelings, I have a great free download of my 10 therapist approved tips for talking about your feelings that you can download right now when you click the link in the description below. And if you found this information helpful, please be sure to share it because you never know who you could be helping in the process. Thanks for watching.